Will the Government Relations, Ethics, and Transparency Committee meeting of July 22nd, 2025 please come to order? It is 1:33 p.m. I'm your chair, Nohelani Uuhajins. Members, in accordance with the Sunshine Law, please identify by name who, if anyone, is in the room, vehicle, or workspace with you today. Minors do not need to be identified. Let's begin with Committee Vice Chair Tamara Paulton. Good afternoon. Hello, aloha, all the things.
Good afternoon. Hello, aloha, winala, kako.
Councilmember Tom Cook.
Aloha, good afternoon, Chair.
Councilmember Gabe Johnson. Aloha, good afternoon.
Aloha. Chair, council members, committee members, there's no testifiers at the Lanai District Office, and I'm here and ready to work. Mahalo.
Thank you. Councilmember Tasha Kama is with us online. Aloha and good afternoon.
Aloha, Chair, and half a day. I'm in my workspace and I am alone.
Thank you very much. Council Chair Alice Lee. Aloha and good afternoon.
Aloha, good afternoon, and the other half a day.
The other half a day is today. Councilmember Kiani Rollins Fernandez, do we see her online with us? Not yet. Okay, we'll come back to her. She'll be with us shortly. Councilmember Shane Sinensi, aloha and good afternoon.
Hey, aloha, winala, Chair, here in my home office. I'm here by myself, and there's no testifiers in Hanachu.
Thank you very much. And Councilmember Yukile Sugimura, aloha and good afternoon.
Aloha, good afternoon. Looking forward to a very interesting meeting.
From Corporation Counsel, we have Mr. Thomas Kobe, Deputy Corporation Counsel, Ms. Susan Leader, Deputy Corporation Counsel, and Tori Takayasu, Corporation Counsel. Our committee staff include Maria Leon, Committee Secretary, Casey Apo Takayama, Senior Legislative Analyst, Jared Pasquale, Legislative Analyst, Peter Hanano, Legislative Attorney, Lei Deneen, Council Services Assistant Clerk, and Jean Pokipala, Council Services Assistant Clerk. Please see the last page of the agenda for information on meeting connectivity. Do we have any testifiers?
Chair, no testifiers have signed up at the beginning of the meeting.
Okay, you can walk down, and as you're doing so, I'll read this. Testifiers wanting to provide testimony should sign up in the lobby or join on the online meeting via Teams link or call into the phone number noted on today's agenda. Written testimony is encouraged and can be submitted via the e-comment link at MauiCounty.us/agendas as well. Under the Sunshine Law, the chair will receive oral testimony for agenda items at the beginning of the meeting and as the item is called up. For individuals wishing to testify via Teams, please raise your hand by clicking on the Raise Your Hand button. If calling in, please follow the prompts via phone. *5 to raise and lower your hand, *6 to mute and unmute. Staff will add names to the testifiers list in order of the testifiers signing up or raising their hands. For those on Teams, staff will lower your hands once your name is added. Staff will then call the name you are logged in under or the last 4 digits of your phone number. When it is your time to testify, at that time, staff will also enable your microphone. Please ensure the name appears in Microsoft as the name you prefer to be referred to, or as anonymous if you wish to testify anonymously. If you are in person, please notify staff that you would like to testify anonymously. Otherwise, please state your name for the record at the beginning of your testimony. Oral testimony is limited to 3 minutes per item. And if you're still testifying beyond that time, I will kindly ask you to complete your testimony. Once you're done testifying or you do not wish to testify, you can also view the meeting on Akaku Channel 53, Facebook Live, or MauiCounty.us/agendas. We will do our best to take each person up in an orderly fashion. We are now calling testifiers wishing to testify at the beginning of the meeting. So, Mr. Law, you're welcome to testify.
Well, I say that in Hawaiian, right? Okay, the second item on the agenda today, aloha, avakea, everybody. Thank you for working for the county. Let me try this out. Ka'olelo ho'oholo 25109. E pili ana I nā mea ho'opi'i ia e Leo Kaires, he limahana o ke kalana o Maui mamua. That is regarding allegations made by Leo Kaires, a former County of Maui employee. I'm pretty sure Mr. Kaires' birthday is coming up next week, and it would be a nice gesture to, we just call it a birthday present to him, to just go ahead and settle and thank him for his work with the county.
Staff, is there anyone else wishing to testify?
Chair, we don't see any further individuals signed up to testify. Would you like me to do a last call?
Please.
If anyone would like to testify, please come up to the podium or raise your hand on Teams. This is final call. 3, 2, 1. Seeing none, Chair, no one has indicated that they wish to testify.
Thank you very much. Well, let's move on to the first item on our agenda. We have before us Resolution 25-141, which would approve the settlement of the claim filed on November 13th, 2023 in the amount of $62,986.66. The claim alleges negligence against the county from an alleged misdirected water sprinkler occurring on or about October 27th, 2023. At this time, if I could request opening comments from Ms. Susan Leader, and then Parks Director McCall, if you have any comments, you're welcome to provide them as well.
Stay on. Okay. And good afternoon, Council. This is a property damage claim that resulted from a misdirected sprinkler by the Parks and Recreation Department, the park in Central Maui Regional Sports Complex. We did investigate the claim thoroughly. There was an expert that was consulted to determine that whether the damage was from the sprinkler, and that was considered in this. And the claimant did get 3 estimates. I provided all 3 to you. And we are asking to, requesting and recommending settlement at the lowest amount, which is $62,986.66. And I don't know if you have any questions or if Mr. McCall would like to say anything.
Director McCall is walking to the... Do we want to have him sit here, or, do you want to... You're welcome to do that if you want.
Thank you, Chair.
Yep.
Again, Pat McCall, Director of Department of Parks and Recreation. I just want to specify that what happened was the sprinkler head actually broke. It was internal parts within the sprinkler head broke, and it went from a 180 to a 360. And the sprinkler heads were once we turned off the irrigation system, then replaced. And we had to wait for the internal parts to come in, and then now we're changing out that brand of head. I just want to make that clear.
Thank you.
Any questions? Any questions?
Do you have a clarifying question? Does somebody have a clarifying question? If not, we'll take testimony, and then we can get into a discussion. But if you have a clarifying question, Member Paulton, you're welcome to ask.
Thank you, Chair. Thank you, Director McCall. Just a clarifying question on the broken sprinkler head. Does it look like a hose is shooting at the window, or?
Basically, it's basically a sprinkler going, which would normally water a field, but instead it's doing a 360 path all the way around. So it just continues, to spray the home. Yeah.
Thank you. Just clarifying what.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Before we get into discussion, then I would like to receive any testimony if we have testifiers for Resolution 25-4141.
Thank you, Chair. There's no current individual signed up to testify. I can do a last call if you'd like.
Thank you, please.
This is the last call for oral testimony. Please come up to the podium or raise your hand on Teams if you would like to testify. The countdown is 3, 2, 1. Seeing none, Chair, no one has indicated that they wish to testify.
Thank you. Members, seeing there are no individuals wishing to testify without objection, I would now close oral testimony for this item. Thank you. And as a reminder, written testimony will continue to be accepted. Members, we're going to go into our 3-minute discussion period. So if you have any questions, please raise your hand. Member Paulton.
Thank you. So from the clarification, I understand I was going 360. I guess what I didn't really understand is like, it really sucks for the individual, but at my house, it rains a lot. Sometimes it rains sideways. How did this much damage occur from a sprinkler going 360? That's the part. I mean, I'm not saying he's not telling the truth. I just don't understand.
Yeah, in his claim, he did specify that he not only had open windows and screens it was also going into the vents at the top of the house. It was coming into the attic space.
Okay, thank you. That clarifies it.
Okay, and I understand that Member Rollins Fernandez is joined us, but her camera is not. Okay, there she is. Aloha, Member Rollins Fernandez.
Aloha, Awina la. Kalamai for my tardiness. I am in my vehicle on Maui, making my way there.
Okay.
I am not alone in my vehicle. I have my niece, who is a minor, with me. And there are no testifiers at the Molokai District Office. Mahalo.
Thank you very much. We'll see you soon. Any other questions? So I actually have one. Oh, Member Senensi.
Hello, Chair. I just had a question about the distance of the sprinkler to the property line to the house.
Mm-hmm. That's a good question. I don't know if,
Director McCall, do you know how
McCall
far
may
away
have
the sprinkler
some
head
more
is?
Specific information on that.
Thank you for the question, Councilmember. The sprinkler is along the park's boundary, along the backyard, and therefore it has a potential to spray, it's designed to spray into the field, which is why when it went into the 360 mode, it basically shot at a higher level at the house, hitting the claimant's home. Along the walls, windows, under the eaves, etc. We got one picture of it that was sent to us at the time, which helped us identify the area and whatnot. But the distance is, I can't give you an exact measurement, but basically the backyard. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Thank you. And so the damages, I believe there were 2 estimates, and the damages were three estimates, and it was to the drywall where what would need to be changed. What was the scope of the work, of the estimates?
I can go ahead and answer that. Thank you for the question. The scope of work included flooring, masking on the walls, asphalt shingles. It's listed on the first estimate that was provided. It's a demo of the ceiling drywall, in the office, water soaked ceiling, kitchen cabinets on an affected wall, drywall again in the kitchen, in the office, and some other wall areas. A kitchen window seal was broken, an office window seal was broken. Exterior trim around the kitchen office window. They had to get a new kitchen window, new office window, new exterior trim around the windows, caulk and paint affecting the exterior, installing a wall and ceiling installation, drywall, mud, tape, texture, that type of thing for wall repair, and resetting the kitchen cabinets and cleanup.
Okay, thank you for that clarification. I just wanted to get a sense of the damages. Thank you.
Thank you, Member Senensi. Member Kama?
Thank you, Chair. I don't have a whole lot of background about what and where and who but that seems like a whole lot of, and then there was a video that he said he had sent, and I wasn't able to access that video. So at some point in time, can we look at that? Because I think that tells a clearer picture than what I'm trying to figure out. This one sprinkler in somebody's backyard going at 360 degrees and making enough damage, $60,000 worth of damage to someone's home. How does that happen? How long has that sprinkler been running that much damage could occur?
Hold on, let's get the answer.
And I don't know all that. I did see that there was a security camera video referenced, and I do not have that. Maybe Director McCall has any more information on that. Oh, yes.
Thank you, Director. So is this like an impact sprinkler at the field, so it's throwing water pretty far out?
Yes, it is.
And so that's part of the issue. It's volume, pressure, going
Exactly.
out in the field, and all of a sudden it's going
And I'm
like
not-
20 feet to the house.
Yeah, and I'm not positive on the GPMs, gallons per minute, but they are high-volume sprinklers. And from my very amateur look, from what I can see, I believe the damage is because of mold that has to be removed as part of the process.
So to member Kama's question, do we know how long the sprinkler was on before somebody stopped it?
It would have been the cycle the day that it was broken, and then when they contacted our office, our personnel were dispatched to shut down that line and just keep the line off until they did an inspection and found the sprinkler and then replaced it.
Member Kama, did that satisfy your question?
Well, then the other thing comes up with mold. I mean, how long does it take for mold to show up? I mean, how much damage does it take for mold to actually grow? That we ended up getting a problem with mold.
Do we have a mold expert? Are you?
We did not get a mold expert. He did include mold in his initial claim. However, in the estimate of what work was required to repair it, it doesn't specifically have like a remediation of mold, but mostly water damage. So I'm not seeing that in the estimated repair referenced in there.
Okay. Member Kama, are you
And
satisfied?
and for the video that was on YouTube, but we didn't have access to.
Is there a video?
The claimant did reference a video from his security camera. We did not see that. I don't know if Parks and Recreation saw that or if the adjuster, I can look into that to provide it, if it's available.
We did not, well, I know I did not see the video. I did see the still photo. It might have been taken from the video, but we had a still photo.
Yeah. Okay. Member Kama? Did you have any other questions?
I don't have a whole lot. I don't have any more questions. I just have other thoughts and ideas running around my head in terms of what I don't know, but yet I'm supposed to make a decision on reimbursing this constituent with very little information. So I've just got that swirling around. Thank you, Chair.
And
Go ahead.
what I would say is when he made his initial claim, he made a rough estimate himself of 40,000 in damage. But when he, when he got the estimates, there were 3 estimates and the other 2 estimates are about 20,000 higher. So we are looking at settling for the lower estimate. So it's consistent that there was significant damage based on the companies that came and evaluated.
Yeah. Does anybody else have any other questions? Member Cook, go ahead.
I don't have a clarifying question, but I have a clarifying statement.
Go ahead, please.
Generally speaking, when you have water damage, they go over and above to tear stuff out until they identify that they get to a point where the water never reached. Because if there's water in there and they don't address it, that's when the mold over time grows up. And mold is one of the big, really big deal with insurance, because once you get that, it's a big, so the reason is they're very, very conservative. So they probably tore off all the drywall, tear out the cabinets, do all this stuff, extensive amount of work to ensure that when they put it all back together, that there's no problem. So it's just sort of clarification. It seems like a lot of work because they're not just mopping up water. Thank you.
Thank you. Member Paulton.
My other question is, what are we gonna do to prevent it in the future if it breaks again or somebody kicks it or does something? Are we moving the sprinkler head so that if it does go 360, it doesn't reach his house? Or like what, we don't want this to happen to this guy again after he, or we pay all this money to fix it. Like how, and hopefully it won't happen at any other park or any other house. So how do we learn from this going forward to not let it happen again?
Thank you for the question. The irrigation section of our beautification section of our department is changing out that brand of sprinklers where we have that internal part problem. And we're trying to remove it from all the parks that we have them in at this time.
Okay, great. And so, and have they troubleshot that what they're changing it to won't cause this type of problem again? Is it not a high volume sprinkler that they're changing it to, or are they putting it in the middle so that if it does go 360, it doesn't reach the guy's house?
No, it's just a different design of sprinkler. That sprinkler had an internal piece that would give up, and that's what caused the problem.
Okay, so crossing our fingers.
So this is like a neighborhood, and it did the most damage to this person's house? Did it hit anybody else's house, the water?
No, the sprinkler is right in back of his,
Oh,
in
so
his
he was-
particular property.
Direct line of impact.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. Anybody else have any other questions before we move on to the recommendation? Okay. Double, triple
I
checking.
just had one other question.
Yeah.
If we're changing out all the sprinklers and it's to a better system that doesn't give out, do we have any recourse to that sprinkler brand? Like, hey, you guys are faulty and
We
Go
looked into
halvesies
it,
with us.
and I have not heard back on the warranty situation, but I believe by the age of the park, we'll have already passed the warranty on that sprinkler.
oh, okay, yeah. Would have been nice to go halvesies with them.
Right? Playo Park could use some sprinklers too, Director, just saying. Anyways, okay. At this time then, I would like to entertain a motion to recommend adoption of Resolution 25-141, including any non-substantive revisions. Thank you. I have a motion
Second.
made by Member Sugimura, second by Chair Lee. Any further discussion? Nope, seeing no further discussion. Member Rollins is going to be with us shortly. All those in favor, please raise your hand and say aye.
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 Chair, that's
Aye.
9 ayes, 0 noes, motion carries.
Thank you. And we're going to move on. That item we'll see in full council, yada, 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 same spiel. Okay. So moving on. I scheduled this item today in accordance with Rule 7B of Rules of the Council and as required by Resolution 25-109 CD1, which notes Mar, Jones, and Wang LLP must prepare and present the council with an initial case assessment and litigation cost assessment to include settlement options regarding the allegations made by Leo Kairis, a former County of Maui employee, following the approval of that resolution. So we are now moved on to item grade 5, parent 1. That previously mentioned resolution was adopted June 30th, 2025, and is posted to the great agenda as grade 5-1 of grade -5 parent 1. And we had a whole bunch of questions the last time this was at committee. So at this time, I will ask Ms. Leader to provide what little opening comments we're probably going to hear in open session.
Yes, and thank you. And I do have a special counsel, Richard Rand, who is available to answer questions, and I would request that we go to executive session to discuss.
Okay, before we do that, if we could please ask staff if there's any testifiers wishing to testify at this time,
Thank you, Chair. There's no individual signed up to testify. Would you like me to do a last call?
please.
If anyone would like to testify, please come up to the podium or raise your hand on Teams. This is last call. The countdown is 3, 2, 1. Seeing none, Chair, no one has indicated that they wish to testify.
Thank you. Members saying there are no individuals wishing to testify without objection, I will now close oral testimony for this item. Thank you very much. As a reminder, written testimony will continue to be accepted. Do we have any questions, members, that may be asked in open session? If not, we will move on to executive session. Member Sugimura.
Thank you. At one point, before we got to this, that we were to read a complaint that was provided by the Kyruses, I guess. Are we going to have that opportunity?
Yes, and so we were just waiting until special counsel was fully retained and all the paperwork was taken care of, which we needed the resolution back to do. So that's all in place now, and I do have that available, and you can schedule to come and talk with me about it.
Oh, okay. So
And
we
go
still need
read
to
through it.
schedule and go individually to Corp Council. It's not going to be presented today.
Right,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, why not?
We can give more details in executive session.
Okay. Okay, then. Do we need to wait for Member Rollins Fernandez to come into the chambers? Okay. Member Paulton, please go ahead.
I just was wondering if we have an update, like when we had it, it was pre-litigation. Are we still in pre-litigation or are we in litigation yet?
Still pre-litigation.
Okay. And we're not allowed to ask much more things in open session, like why we think that he is gonna litigate if he hasn't litigated yet.
I think it would be better to address that in executive session if we could.
Okay. And is there a time frame on it? Is that executive session as well?
There isn't anything right now.
Okay, so no time frame. And we don't know, because it hasn't gone to litigation, what is being asked, because that'll come when the litigation comes.
Hi, sis.
Yeah, we do know what he's demanding, but we'll need to address it in executive session.
Oh, okay. I think that's all the questions that I think that could be open session. Probably the rest would be executive session, but I guess I thought some of them were open, but not.
Chair Lee.
Yeah, thank you. So what can be discussed in open session?
Should you answer that, or should Special Counsel Mr. Richard Rand answer
If
that?
he's available to answer, that would be,
Is he online?
he should be online.
I am, but I'm not sure if I'm allowed to unmute myself because
We can hear
before I
you.
said I'm-
We can't
Okay,
see you,
good.
so you're an omnipresent voice, but, okay, now we can. We can see you now, and we can hear you.
So, I think not in executive session, we should keep it very limited to the fact that we received a demand from him. He's retained counsel. It's not in litigation, but to get into kind of more granular details, I would feel more comfortable, sort of strategy approach, what the claims are, what the defenses are, that I would prefer to keep in executive session.
Chair Lee?
Okay, at some point, we should be able, after the matter is in litigation, can we then discuss why, the whys, and any other information regarding the case? Or do we have to wait till the end of it? I mean, at some point, it has to be made public, right?
Yeah, now, and when we go into executive session, I'll explain that. But, once litigation's filed, anything that's filed is public, unless it's filed under seal. So that all becomes public information, and then his theories at that time will be public. Our responses would be public. If depositions are taken, they're public. It's a lot more, I guess, transparent at that point. But things like, okay, what's our approach going to be? How do we value the case? That, I think, is still under the realm of something, attorney-client that you want to keep in executive session.
Okay, thank you.
I was just going to say, I think when you come and review the demand letter, you'll have a little more specific information.
Okay. Hold hold on, if this is Member Rollins Fernandez, then we don't need a short recess. Teamwork.
You have to share the bread, but.
Okay, so members, do we have any additional questions that can be answered in open session? Seeing none, I would like to then entertain a motion to convene an executive meeting in accordance with Section 92-5A4 Hawaii Revised Statutes to consult with legal counsel on questions and issues pertaining to the powers, duties, privileges, immunities, and liabilities of the county, the council, and committee, and Section 92-5A8 Hawaii Revised Statutes to deliberate or make a decision upon a matter that requires the consideration of information that must be kept confidential pursuant to a state or federal law or court order.
So moved.
Thank you. I have a motion made by Member Paulton, second by Member Cook, to enter into executive session for resolution 25, no, for great item 5.1. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please raise your hand and say aye. Aye.
Chair, that's 9 ayes, 0 noes, motion carries.
Thank you very much. For the record, the following personnel will be attending this executive meeting. All council members in attendance, including myself, Committee Chair Nohelani U'uhajens, Committee Vice Chair Tamara Paulton, Councilmember Cook, Councilmember Gabe Johnson, Councilmember Tasha Kama, Council Chair Alice Lee, Councilmember Keani Rollins Fernandez, Councilmember Shane Sinanci, and Councilmember Yukile Sugimura. Office of the Council Services staff include Mr. Peter Hanano, Legislative Attorney, Maria Leon, Committee Secretary, and Rochelle Kawasaki, Deputy OCS. From Corp Counsel, who are we going to have besides Mr. Rand?
Chair, given that we have a conflict with our department, we're going to rely on Mr. Rand to represent the department, so
Okay.
all three of us will be leaving.
Okay, I'm so glad we gave all the chairs to you. No, I'm just joking. At this time, then, we are going to take a 10-minute recess to reconvene at 2:14, an executive meeting, and this great committee is now in recess. Good afternoon, and will the Great Committee please reconvene? It is 3:58 p.m. Members, we have just completed our executive meeting on item Great 5, Parent 1, and at this time, I'm going to refer to Mr. Hanano to provide the summary in accordance with Hawaii Revised Statute Section 92-4.
Thank you, Chair. Your Great Committee met to discuss Special Counsel's assessment of the case, which included strengths and weaknesses of the claims alleged, settlement options, litigation strategy, as well as the rights and liabilities of the county. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you very much. Members, as I mentioned earlier, this resolution was posted for no legislative action, so I would now defer this item without objection. Thank you very much. That means this concludes the Government Relations, Ethics, and Transparency Committee meeting. Thank you very much, members. It is 3:59 p.m. and this meeting is adjourned.